Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Jayhawks will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The LSU Tigers offense takes the field. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Getting some heat. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleep.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown LSU. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. A big challenge for both of these quarterbacks, Jesse, is dealing with a ball-hawking free safety on the other side.
Well, you're right, Reese. QBs better be good with their eyes. Better not stare down wide receivers in this one, because if you float the ball down the middle of the field, that's getting picked.
And these guys are going to be right in the middle of the field, flying all over the field, and quarterbacks will make sure that they are locked in and not throwing the ball near those guys.
Got his man quickly. Smashes through. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll give it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so we can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Trying to impose their will with the run. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
I love the start for this quarterback. 3rd down, obviously money down. Got to have success. But to have success early Now it opens up everything, right? We trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Here's the give off the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Throws to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
All right, ball was incomplete, but that was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Really nice job of communicating with one another and understanding where that pass rush was coming from.
Fires toward the target. Another incompletion on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Right down the boulevard, it's good. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Release to the back. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far. A third and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Prince. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Line gets set, first down. Here's the handoff. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go to the counter. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. 3:25. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Jayhawks. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. A first down for the offense. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Leaves it with the running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
This offense has a second down play. To the air, it's Prince. Lost one deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like, a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This offense has failed on its previous 2 fourth-down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Yeah, and I tell you, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. The give to the tailback. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Out of the shotgun on third down. Floating away. And the quarterback caught up to and sacks at the 12. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Splits the uprights. Good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with a tube. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Dropping back, it's Prince. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They think there's room to run to the right here. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the... Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. A 70-yard touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's kick it back to the guys at Kansas Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Tigers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think that if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get rid of it. Another incompletion on third down. And the Jayhawks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front.
And he makes the catch at the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Kansas offense returns to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to him on the ground. Runs through the tackle. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He makes the connection. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25. The Jayhawks will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Steps away. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. LSU loves these type of guys. Who doesn't? But the Bayou Bengals seem to have an endless supply of dudes who control the front and get in the backfield.
Endless supply of big, strong superhumans. Yes, that's what LSU has. They grow them down there. It's amazing. They recruit them. They get them on campus. You see them all the time. They dominate the trenches, and it's so hard to run the football.
And the Jayhawks send out the punt unit. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Excellent field position here for the offense. Gets it out quickly.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Quick strike complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas. After the score, they need this 2-point conversion to tie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous to eat.
And the defense swarms him under the 2-point attempt is stopped, and so too is the attempt to tie the game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. He is headed to the sideline with with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll run it from the gun. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass and make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got the quick pass. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep... They'll try to get the first through the air. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Finds a spot in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. They want to throw it. Pressure coming. That falls incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking downfield. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. The give to the back. They're just trying to flex some muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Prince. Lofts one high and deep. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown LSU! They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season. Feeling some heat.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. Anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Kansas offense returns to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in the hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
The Jayhawks will hustle to the line.
2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Coming after it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Open space at the 25. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football. Good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football. Finishing the run, he gets knocked out of bounds. But how about this offense set up now on 1st and goal?
Using the quick game. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense just didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
They're bringing heat. Unloads it left. Got a man in the middle. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Lockett. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Jayhawks moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. Corner's going to give them room. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now you get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.